I give our team a lot of credit in how they competed and battled and didn't give in, and especially the ninth inning, being one pitch away. And, I thought that we had some really good at-bats. And then, we did some little things. We did some little things like reading the ball in the dirt to move us up to be in scoring position that we then scored on. And, we won the game on a hit and run. And Ricky Smith just, not trying to do too much, just getting the ball on the ground and understanding his role on that pitch. So I'm proud of our kids, and it was good to get be on the opposite end of a walk-off there.
Off the bat, do you think the shortstop had a play on it? Or?
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. Even if he had a play on it, we had started the runner, so he wasn't going to get a double play. So once we got him, well, he wasn't going to be able to throw him home because Jimmy, they were playing back. So it was just, once he got it on the ground, I knew we won the game.
How happy are you for Ricky? He's been struggling lately to have a moment like that.
Absolutely. Again, he's a great kid, man. He really is, and he's one of those guys that and I mean this as a compliment. It's going to sound like he's not. He's a good college player, but he's one of those guys that you really wish was loaded with talent because he would make the most of it. He wouldn't be one of those guys that didn't work at it or didn't take it serious because that's the way he plays. And so it was good to see him do that.
Even though he only went 3 innings, were you happy with how Mullen battled?
Yeah.
All 3 innings he faced runners in scoring position. He got out of it.
Yeah, no, he did, and we didn't take him out because we thought he couldn't, continue to pitch. He's also a guy for us that we need in the bullpen this weekend against Rutgers, and so we had him kind of on a low pitch count, and last week was a little different because we had with Dakota we played on a Tuesday. And then you had Wednesday, Thursday to rest. We only have 1 day in between before we play Friday, so that was more of a pregame decision than anything else. But he did a good job. He battled, competed.
Could I ask about the jerseys? They said they made the decision. You might see it again this weekend. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, if that's what they want to do, that's fine with me. I don't care. It says Big Ten, it says Penn State, and I get to wear it. That's good with me.
You guys had a ton of hits tonight, all of them, but one were singles. Is that something that kind of sits in the back of your minds where you guys are hoping for that extra base hit to kind of get on top, but at the same time to score 7 runs?
Yeah, you're right. We had a ton of hits, but it was our approaches that's what I take. And they usually go hand in hand when you're not trying to do too much. And our guys made adjustments from at bat to at bat, pitch to pitch. And the best example of it was Gears' at-bat for the home run. A lot of people have no idea how unbelievable that at-bat was because he laid off of a breaking ball down. That guy had good stuff, and he had gotten him to chase some. He laid off a breaking ball down in the dirt, and when he didn't swing at that, and recognized it, now as the pitcher for them, it's like, well, gosh, he's not going to chase that? Like, what am I going to do here? But Gears has been doing that. Actually started back in the summer for him working on those approaches. But usually you have a good approach like that, you're willing to make an adjustment, you're willing to not give in to the pitcher, then you get a lot of hits.
And at the same time, are you guys just kind of taking the approach, like you said, take your time, put the ball in play, especially when you got a lot of the Pittsburgh players making errors in the outfield that actually led the runs? Is that something you're preaching to the coaches? Just kind of put the ball in play and see what happens?
Not so much just put the ball in play, because if you're doing it defensive, then it really doesn't do much there. It's having a plan and sticking to it, and then notice it. So, like, for example, I'm trying to get it as a right-handed hitter. I'm going up there and I'm trying to hit a line drive to the second baseman's chest. Okay, and if that guy is really going, not really giving me anything hard to hit, fastball, but mostly off-speed stuff, then I might even have to tell myself that I'm going to go between the second baseman and the first baseman, and really we call holding our ground instead of trying to go out there and get it, really holding our ground, but being able to recognize that instead of just kind of staying with that same approach if it's not working.
Now, earlier this year, whenever you faced Pittsburgh the first time, you went 12 innings. Is that something that you guys talked about coming into today, knowing that it was such a hard-fought battle? And 2, going into the 9th inning, did it feel like it was about to happen all over again?
No, it didn't. I reminded the guys, they know. Pitt, when Penn State plays Pitt, it could be in checkers, and people they're going to want to be in checkers, but I reminded them that it was a tough game last time. The thing that we talked about was last time it was 40 degrees colder than it was tonight. So, but both times, I've always said I'll play as many innings as it takes as long as we win.